Welcome back. We are going to be using some gears today to make this cool little tool called a spirograph, which allows you to make cool little designs like this. You may have played with one before when you were a kid. They're little fun little toys here. So let's jump right in. We're going over to TinkerCAD, and this is a little box I laid down here to get us started. That's going to be the outside of the spirograph there. And let's jump right in and put a gear in there. Last time we said we were only going to use the useful gear because it has the hole in the center. This time I don't need that hole in the center, so we're going to try it out a metric gear. The teeth are going to be a little different shape. Last time we were calling this the pitch. The module here is kind of a similar thing, and we can play with that number. Whatever it is, it needs to be the same with all the gears we're going to create today. So try a different number than me. Do not use the same numbers as me. Do not use the same numbers as me. Do not use the same numbers as me. I want everybody's to be different. You're going to see some cool things. Everybody's is going to make a different pattern here if you use different numbers. I'm going to use 548. Why not? We'll find out what happens here. So make it nice and big so it fills most of the space here. And then the other thing we want to do is align that so it's right in the center. It's going to be a nice little feature there. And I'm going to also make that a hole. Right, so I align that again with this align tool. I did that real fast if you didn't see that. And now let's go ahead and group that together. And now I'm going to have to bring out some more gears. And I have to have the module the same. Don't play with the pitch angle. That module has to be the same. Ooh, did I forget what that was? I did. Let's go back and find out what it was. I said it was 2. Look at that. I ungrouped it and I found it. If I forgot that, I'm going to make that 2. And that is now going to fit in there and roll around the inside here. As we go, I'm going to change this. I want to say that's going to be, let's try 8. That's going to be a fun one. You can really put any numbers you want in here. We're going to make a couple of these. We're going to fill up this whole space with different sizes so that we can play with different patterns here. Give it some other numbers. Put in some prime numbers too. If you don't know what prime numbers are, those are numbers that cannot be divided by any other number besides itself and 1. That one's taking a second to change there. See what happens with those prime numbers. Those are kind of fun. Put in some numbers also that maybe in some way relate to your original big gear value. Play with some numbers there. And, maybe I want to do 12. Putting a whole bunch of numbers in here. Anyway, put a whole bunch of them in there. And then you're going to fill that whole thing up there. Eventually, we're going to go back to basic shapes here and put a nice small hole in the center here for pencils to fit in. I think millimeters wise, let's say maybe 2.5 millimeters by 2.5 millimeters. That sounds like a pencil would fit in there all right. And I'm going to make a couple of these. And we're going to kind of just put them randomly in these the gears there. All right, I just made a whole bunch of these holes here. Now I'm going to put them in there and group that one together. Before I do, I made a copy of those so that I can use them on the other 2 gears there. You're going to have more gears like I was saying earlier. We have some holes there. Let's put that in our next set right there. Looks like this one shouldn't be there, so it doesn't need to be out there. We'll put like 2 in that one also. And then we're going to group those together and group those together. Now we got some nice patterns. You can play around with those, put different size gears, play around, do whatever you like here. But you should have different size gears in there with different holes in there so you can play around and make different patterns. And that should be it. Now you're ready to export. Fill that whole space up. You should have more gears in there. And